Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today I am gonna go through the team I used for the March International Challenge. And for the first time in forever, I actually managed to build a team I had fun with. Because for the past like 2-3 weeks I have used Sashin Kyogre, or Sogidogi as it should be properly named, to just figure out how the format works and try and get some confidence into my game. And now that I managed to show myself in top 500 on the ladder again, I figured let's build some memes. And that's why you see the mon in front of you that you do. So G-max Garbodor. Why are we using G-max Garbodor? Very simple. Because I want to. Always, the answer to that question is always because I want to. And because I can. Now, G-max Garbodor actually has some heat with it. Now, I gave it weakness policy, and it has a very nice ability called weak armor. So what that does, if this Pokemon is hit with a physical attack, defense is lowered by 1 and speed is raised by 2. And I partnered this Garbodor with a bulldozing Calyrex Shadow Rider, which we will come back to later. Now, this means that with this spread, first of all, it outspeeds Thundurus at +1, because it's important to note that Bulldoze lowers Garbodor speed by 1 before it raises it by 2 stages again. So after Bulldoze, Garbodor will effectively be +2 attack and +1 speed. So even though we have boosted his speed set, most likely it will not outspeed Sashin unless it's already been out and bulldozed. The moveset, I'm gonna start with Stomping Tantrum because that's important for said Sashin, and special defense boosts are always very nice. Rock Blast because Charizard and other flying types are otherwise a nuisance to this team. And then I had Gunk Shot for stab. Now, I think I probably could have dropped Gunk Shot and gone for something like Seed Bomb to hit Kyogre, but I'm not sure it actually is KOing. And I have a couple other mons that I figured could handle Kyogre pretty well. So I ended up with Gunk Shot. Now, because I did, I should probably have gone regular Garbodor and not G-max, because G-max Malador, which is Garbodor's G-max move, does not do anything special other than regular poison to both targets, unless it's a steel type or a poison type, or has the ability immunity. If I had gone a regular Garbodor, Gunk Shot would have given special attack boosts to the Pokemon next to me. So for example, if I had Calyrex, and this Calyrex survives the turn, Bulldoze, and then go for the G-max Poison. I have no idea what that's called. Yeah, anyways. Then Calyrex gets a special attack boost, and Garbodor does big damage. Is this a VGC single elimination? No, we're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Tempting, but not. Yeah, so that's moves. I think that's all for Garbodor. Again, speed stat for Thundurus, because against opposing grounded Pokemon, we outspeed anyways, because the opposing team will also be lowered by 1. So this is EV to outspeed the fastest flying type. Then just max attack and then rest in HP. And this spread actually lives after a max Quake. So after Bulldoze and then getting a max Quake boost, it lives +2 max Quake from modest Stakrom. I know that count because it happened in the International Challenge. So, what do we partner this garbage with? I think I'm gonna move you up. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to move you. I can move you down there. Yeah, oh well. First thing I did was partner it with Calyrex-S. I gave it Focus Sash and not Scarf because I have Scarf on another mon, and I figured Focus Sash is nice to clean up late game if it's not out in front proccing the policy on Garbodor. So obviously we have Bulldoze to proc policy. This is also pretty nice speed control. So it's used in other scenarios than just actually proccing policy. Those scenarios I can come back to when I explain Palkia. The rest is pretty standard: Protect, Astro Barrage, and Psyshock. I prefer Psyshock over anything else because I feel like it's more Max Quake than Max Steel Spike in the format. So Psyshock hitting on the defensive stat, I feel is beneficial. And then just max speed, max special attack. And then we have the other restricted. In Palkia. Now I chose Palkia because of Kyogre, because the Scarf Kyogre just obliterates Garbodor plus Calyrex-S. So Palkia, and this time I figured, usually I go Lustrous Orb because Life Orb I managed to play somewhere else on the team, but this time I managed to fit Life Orb onto Palkia. We can go through the spread first. This is basically just max special attack because obviously you want to do the max amount of damage possible. 108 gives 134 speed. Now this is EV to outspeed Zacian at -1 speed. And that is to say it's Adamant Zacian. Or wait, max speed Adamant Zacian. There we go. At -1. And the reason for this is because Palkia has an ability, Telepathy, which makes it so it doesn't take damage from attacks made by its allies. So when Calyrex-S goes for Bulldoze, usually, or if I have Calyrex and Palkia next to each other, against, for example, Zacian, I know that Calyrex cannot one-shot it from full, but Palkia can. So that also happened in the IC at one point, in which I had Palkia and Calyrex next to each other against Zacian. I went for Bulldoze, and then Max Geyser in the rain to knock out Zacian. And the reason I went like 134 and not outspeeding max speed Jolly Zacian is because for some reason I feel like it's not that much, or not that many Zacians that run max speed, but that's just me. I feel like, personally, I feel like more Zacians are going bulky and more often than not Adamant over Jolly. So that's why I did this, so I could invest a little bit more in bulk. And I do have the speed control in Calyrex. Now, If I don't use Calyrex to speed control, I have Thundurus. I made this to outspeed Venusaur outside of Sun. I honestly don't know why, because this Thundurus doesn't do anything, or doesn't do any big damage against Venusaur, so I don't know if that actually benefited me or not, but that's what I ended up with. Max HP, just make it a little bit bulky, and then 140 modest in special attack. Now this makes it so unless the Zacian is max HP, max special defense, and a special defense boosting nature, Thunderbolt always breaks a Zacian sub, which is pretty nice. And then the rest of the moveset, Thunder Wave, speed control. A little bit, I did regret a little bit going Thunder Wave over something like Scary Face, because Regieleki is actually one of the biggest problems to this team. But somehow I managed to like make it work. Rain Dance for Sun matchups. Eerie Impulse, in general a good support move, and then as I said, Thunderbolt. Next we have Assault Vest Ferrothorn. Now this actually has become one of my favorite things to wall, or sort of wall, Kyogre. Power Whip is a one-hit KO into Ogre. Body Press, nice coverage for super effective into Zacian. No, not Zacian. Incineroar. Gyro Ball for stab, and Knock Off for Calyrex Shadow Rider. Now, this spread was actually a little mishap, because the damage calculator I used for calcing was set to had Kyogre set as default primal. So this spread was EV'd to take a Water Spout in the rain from Scarfed Primal Kyogre. I checked a little bit later, and actually this spread isn't half bad, because an Astral Barrage I think is a 0.3% chance to 4-hit KO. If it is like Focus Sash or Scarf, Calyrex Shadow Rider. A Kyogre Water Spout from Mystic Water in the rain does I think it's like a 14% chance to 3-hit KO. So it actually does pretty well, and that is non-Dynamax Ferrothorn. This guy, when Dynamaxed, is just actually wreaking havoc. And not only walls, like sort of walls rain teams, it also is very good on the Trick Room. And yeah, it's just a very good mon. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Like yeah, let's move on. So last we have Darmanitan. Why use Darmanitan? Because I wanted to use a fire type for opposing Ferrothorn and Zacians, which was not Incineroar. I don't know if... yeah, okay. And nope, that's wrong. You should be Break. I thought about having Bulldoze in this as well, but Scarf Darmanitan does not outspeed Regieleki, so there's no point. And besides, even if we were to outspeed a Regieleki, the Bulldoze would not proc or lower the speed stat because it's just boosting the attack power from sheer force instead. So we have Flare Blitz for stab. This actually also will Oko's Calyrex Shadow Rider. And very nice into like Solgaleo, like Zacian, Steel types in general. Rock Slide for Charizard and Flying types. U-turn for Switch Initiative, and then Brick Break to break screens. Not that this has come into play very often, but unlike Bulldoze, Brick Break or Brick Break secondary effects does not or is not procced by sheer force. So this breaks the screens and is not boosted by sheer force. The spread is to outspeed Shadow Rider by 1 point. Max attack, because Darm is practically here only to do damage. And then a little bit in HP and 4 in each defense. Now, I think we can take it out for a little spin, see if we can manage to get it to work. Oh no. I have no idea how low we are on the ladder, or we actually... So, I think Palkia is good here. I'm gonna go with that, and actually I think Calyrex, Ferro, and I kinda wanna do Garbodor, but I also kinda don't. I think Thundurus might be nice. Yeah, let's do that for this. And then we hope for a better matchup in the second one, and then go just Garbodor Calyrex in the second match and see if we can manage to set it up. I think this is gonna be Max Darkness into Water Spout because this thing is scarfed. I also think Wormwind is a knockout. Actually, Ferro is not doing anything else than being here for Kyogre, so let's see if we can take... Oh! Oh, come on! That's unfortunate. I'm gonna do that again and just Power Whip into Kyogre. That's unfortunate. I think that's a KO into Barraskewda because its defenses is not very good. So lucky me would probably now also miss the Power Whip. That's what I don't like with Ferrothorn, that it's a Power Whip. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go... He's probably just gonna double into Ferro with, I don't know, Darkness, Expanding Force maybe. So I am gonna go... Actually just gonna try Moonwind. Then knock off. Yep. Oh! For some reason I didn't think it would survive the... Okay. Yeah, I think this one is a loss, unfortunately. think I need to go Astral Barrage. No, I don't. Probably very stupid on me. Spout, yeah. Yeah. That's stupid. So usually this Scarf. Maybe he chokes. No, we don't. So usually that was my go-to for to do like decent, or that was the combination of those four, like Calyrex, Palkia, Thundurus, and Ferro was the combination I used the most. And it actually got me to 17, 18 peak in the IC. Unfortunately, I went on a pretty big losing streak afterwards. So I finished like 1677. Even though that's a PB for me, so I was pretty satisfied. Now, this time, I don't care, to be honest. Let's see if we can make Garbodor work. And I think we're gonna do Darmanitan in the back. Yo. Hopefully it doesn't win the speed tie. Yeah, sweet. This is just KO the Thundurus, I hope. Please? Yes! Oh! Amazing. I don't even care that we lost the There's Sashin. Okay, sweet. Let's max Quake and Blitz into Sashin. Yep, gone. Yay! Amazing. Woo! That's how the team should work. I think that showcases how not to use it and how to use it. So, I think I will end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and maybe we'll see each other soon. Take care.